Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 5, Karma Yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. We are on text 18. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Cheva Swapakacha Pandita Sama Darshinaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater, outcast. A Krishna-conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, and an elephant may be different from the point of view of species. But these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. So a person who is already Krishna conscious means he is already on the liberated platform. He is not on the platform of the body. And so because he's not on the platform of the body, he can see everyone else also in the correct position. Outwardly, we see, oh, this is a Brahmana, this is a outcast, this is a dog, or this is an elephant, but it's just to do with the body. But inside this body, there is the living entity. And the living entity are all eternal parts and parcel of Krishna. So there is no difference. All are living entity. The difference is coming is only because of the body. But this body differences are meaningless. It's meaningless. Why? Because that's not who we truly are. We're not truly a dog or a cow or a Brahmana or an outcast. That's not our eternal position. So now the learned transcendentalist, he's able to see this, the Krishna conscious person, he's able to see this. This is due to their relationship to the Supreme. For the Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma, is present in everyone's heart. So how they are able to come to this vision that they're not making any distinction, it's because they have revived their relationship to the Supreme Lord. They have revived their relationship with the Supreme Lord. And the Supreme Lord as the Paramatma feature, plenary portion as Paramatma. So the Supreme Lord, he has his impersonal feature. He also has his Paramatma feature. And this Paramatma feature is seated in everyone's heart. Paramatma is seated in everyone's heart. He's the super soul. Such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. So if we want real knowledge, then this is the real knowledge, to understand the Supreme. As far as the bodies are concerned in different castes or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains himself as Paramatma, regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. So the Supreme Lord, he's not telling us, hey, now you're inside the body of a pig, so you're eating all these dirty things. You're living in such a horrible stench environment, so I'm not going to come into your heart as Paramatma. He doesn't say that. Or he doesn't say, oh, now you're a king, so you're living in a nice palace and you have nice, beautiful surroundings, so I will live in your heart. No, he's kind to everyone. He's kind to everyone. He's a kind friend to each and every living entity. And this is the reason he accompanies us. Till the time we are in the material world, the Paramatma accompanies us. No matter which body we take, no matter we go to hell or heaven, wherever we go, as long as we are in the material world, the Paramatma accompanies us as a kind friend, because he's our best friend. The Supreme Lord is our best friend. The Lord as Paramatma is present both in the outcast and in the Brahmana, although the body of a Brahmana and that of an outcast are not the same. The bodies are material productions of different modes of material nature. But the soul and the super soul within the body are of the same spiritual quality. So the bodies, they are just depending on the mode of nature, you know. Each body has a different combination of control of the modes of nature. A dog or an elephant or a human being. It just depends on how the modes of nature are acting. But that's on the body. What's inside the body? There is the soul and there is the super soul. Both the soul and the super soul are both spiritual. The quality is the same. Similarly, in the quality of the soul and the super soul, however, does not make them equal in quantity, for the individual soul is present only in that particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. So the soul and the super soul are seated inside the body of every living entity. Right now, the body could be of a dog or an elephant or a brahmana or a king or whoever. Inside this body is a soul and the super soul. The quality of the soul and the super soul is the same. But because the quality is the same, it doesn't mean the quantity is the same. Why? Because the soul inside the body of a dog and the soul that is inside the body of the king, that is not the same soul. That soul is different, but the Paramatma is same. So we may say there is a king and there is a dog and there is a king, a dog, and an elephant. So inside these three material bodies, there are three individual souls. Inside the dog, there is a soul. Inside the elephant, there's a soul. Inside the king, there is a soul. And the Paramatma is also there, inside the king and the dog and the elephant. Huh? That's the point we have to understand, that the Paramatma can be in all the three bodies at the same time. But the individual soul is only in one body at one time. That is what we have to understand. And we are that individual soul. We are not the Paramatma. We are right now only inside one body. We are not inside the body of other living entities. But the Paramatma is inside the body of every living entity. I am inside my body and the Paramatma is sitting next to me. You are inside your body and the Paramatma is sitting next to you. We are not in all the bodies at the same time. No, that is the point we have to understand. That is the difference between the soul and the super soul. A Krishna conscious person has a full knowledge of this, and therefore he is truly learned and has equal vision. So a Krishna conscious person can understand. He can understand that inside the body, there is the soul and there is the super soul in all the bodies that he's saying. So his knowledge is perfect. And because he has perfect knowledge of this, then his vision is a proper vision, equal vision. He is equal vision. The similar characteristics of the soul and super soul are that they are both conscious, eternal, and blissful. So the characteristic, what's the characteristic, the quality of the soul and super soul? Both the soul and the super soul are Sat Chid Ananda, eternal, full of knowledge, and full of bliss. Conscious, eternal, and blissful. Both the soul and super soul are conscious, eternal, and blissful. But the difference is that the individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the super soul is conscious of all bodies. The super soul is present in all bodies without distinction. The difference is that we are conscious, right? When I say I, that's the soul. I am conscious. It's not that the body is conscious. If I think the body is conscious, then I think I am material. Then I'm thinking that the soul is material. No, I, the soul, is spiritual, and I am conscious, but I am conscious only inside this body. I am not conscious of all the other bodies. I am not conscious of your body. I am not. I am just present inside this body. But the super soul, the Paramatma, he is in my body, situated next to me, and he is also situated next to you and next to every living entity. Every living entity. So this is the point that we have to understand, that the individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the super soul is conscious of all bodies. Now we might think, all right, now because I'm in the body, so my consciousness is limited to this body. But once I get liberated and I don't have a material body anymore, I will become supremely conscious. No, it's not possible. If I was supremely conscious, I would be supremely conscious right now. So because I am conscious, but I'm not supremely conscious. That is the difference. And I can never become supremely conscious, even when I get liberated. I will always remain individual conscious. Individual. And again, individuality is not to the body. If we think individuality is to the body, then we are thinking that the soul is material. The soul is not material. The soul is spiritual. Is that okay? So this is what we have to try to understand. That yes, I'm spiritual. Yes, I am a soul. Yes, I'm conscious, but I'm individual conscious. Yes, I am same in quality with the Paramatma, but my quantity is very different with the Paramatma. The Paramatma, he is supremely conscious of everything. Yeah. Any comments or questions?
This is clear. I think we have studied this in Kunti Maharani also, right? She has also explained this in few of her verses. She has also mentioned this.
That?
About the soul, that you are present in everyone's body
Yes.
as a super soul, and
yes.
we have to see the dog and the chandal and everyone on the same level, and ant and everything is on the same level, right? Kunti
Yes.
Maharani has also mentioned this in her prayers.
Yeah, that we are all on the body. The differences we are seeing is because of the body, but we are not the soul. And Krishna is present with everyone as the super soul. Yeah. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we'll stop here for today. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.